Everyone, and welcome to this partnership between Tinyman and Cosmic Champs and this live AMA. We, just in case you've just found us on Twitter Spaces, we've also streaming through Discord if you prefer that. So today we're going to talk about Cosmic Champs, what they're doing, where they're at, the exciting space that they're exploring on the Algorand blockchain, and a launch coming up. They've also just had a successful token launch, so we'll talk about that and how the community reacted to that. Their partnership with Tinyman, the benefits of play to earn and having NFTs. And then how you can do that with Cosmic Champs. So what we'll do is this morning we'll start by just introducing the Cosmic Champs team and what their roles are, and we'll get them to introduce themselves and talk about what they've been up to since their last AMA and go from there. So if you have any questions, you can also pop them in as we go. And we'll try and get to as many as we can. So first up, Maddie from Cosmic Champs. How are you?
Hey, Lisa. I'm good. Hey, everyone. I'm Maddie. I'm one of the co-founders of Cosmic Champs.
And what have you been up to, like, more recently? What's been happening?
It's been, as I'm sure everyone can imagine, it's been a really busy few months. We had a token launch a couple of weeks ago. That was really intense. And since then, we've shifted focus from the token launch to the NFT drop that's coming up. So we haven't released any NFTs yet. Our first season is coming out in about a month's time. So we're preparing everything for that, coming up with the best way to get them out there to our community. And just, making sure, I guess, first of all, that they look great and that they're a super aesthetically exciting set of NFTs.
Oh, look, from what I've seen so far, I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with. Acacia, welcome. And Acacia is the growth and narrative lead at Cosmic Champs. And welcome.
Hey, Lisa. It's really fun to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no,
I do feel like we're doing somersaults in the air, though. I'm upside down right now.
It's good for the blood flow.
It is. All the adrenaline, hey.
Totally. So before we jumped on these spaces, you gave me a little bit of a insight into what you're doing in the narrative design. So do you want to share some of that?
Well, Cosmic Champs is it's a whole kind of universe. It's a metaverse of it's not just a tower rush game. There's a whole kind of narrative and story behind the characters and the gameplay and stuff. So we're going to be releasing more of that over the next month, sort of drip feeding it out and making it really exciting for the community so that the characters have meaning and style behind them, so that when you get an NFT, you're not just getting an amazing play to earn character for a game, but you're also getting a story behind them and where that's going to grow. So it's been really fun to be part of the Cosmic Champs team. I have to say it's probably been one of the most fun projects I've ever worked in, and just behind the scenes, it's just so fast paced and exciting. It's just amazing, all the things that are going to be coming out really soon.
Yeah. I've been watching you guys just grow so quickly. It's really cool to watch.
I bet you feel like a proud mother then. Grow.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Cool. Thanks, Acacia. And Hamish. Hamish is the partnerships manager. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah. And so you would have been involved in building this partnership with Tinyman?
I've had a little bit involved. I've only been with the crew for a month, so it's been a very busy month, obviously coming in just before the token launch and getting to know everybody and helping connecting people and making sure everything stays on track. But it's been an exciting time, and I look forward to moving forward into the NFT launch and then the game launch later in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great to talk to you. We've talked through text, but yeah, it's good to hear your voice. All right, so as we get underway, I'll just introduce myself. So my name's Lisa Harrison, and I am the communication specialist at AlgoPulse. And AlgoPulse are here as your marketing specialist for the Algorand ecosystem. And we've got the pleasure of working with both of these teams, Tinyman and Cosmic Champs, and we're excited to be able to host this AMA for you. All right, so are we ready to get underway, team, with some of the questions?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, all right. So, well, I mean, a couple of people mentioned the token launch. So how did that go? What was the response from the community? And the word fair comes up a lot with launches and distribution, etc. So how fair was the launch?
Yeah, we think that we're really proud of how the launch went. We think it was a big success. We were really cautious when we set up the design of the token launch. We wanted it to be really simple so that there wasn't much of an opportunity for manipulation by, our bots. So we just focused on Tinyman. We said, let's go with one DEX. Let's add lots of liquidity there. We got together with our VCs, and some of them, decided to help us out there. So we put heaps of liquidity there, and we just kept it simple. And the community loved that. There wasn't a huge spike in price when it came out, and then a huge dump that left people holding bags and unhappy about it. The token came out, it went up a little bit, and then it has just stabilized, and the price has been kind of flat since then, which we think that's the ideal outcome. We think there's a lot of room there for growth, and we have lots of exciting things coming up over the next few months, to the end of the year. So we think we're in a really good position to build upon the great launch that we've had so far.
Yeah, fantastic. And token launches, initial token launches can get complex. So keeping it simple is obviously a key that you found to your success. Yep.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. All right. I have a question from Masu. And he just wants to know, what is Cosmic Champs and what makes it different from the multitude of other projects on the Algorand ecosystem? Who wants to answer that?
Good question.
Yeah.
Akasha and Hamish can jump in afterwards if they want to add to what I say. I'm sure they've got other great ideas as well. But to me, it's we're a play-to-earn game, and we're building on Algorand, obviously. And, a lot of the existing play-to-earn games are turn-based. So there's nothing wrong with turn-based games. They just have a slower pace. And, most of the free-to-play games that people are playing on their mobile devices today are real-time games. So they're fast-paced. They're a bit more exciting. You don't have to wait for the other player to make a turn. If they don't play, then they will lose, right? So we're building a real-time, fast-paced, action, fun strategy game on Algorand. And, one of the issues that we've seen with a lot of the play-to-earn games that are out there is that there are these barriers to entry. So you often have to invest in the project before you can start playing. You have to buy their NFTs. And this means that you have to set up a wallet, and you have to connect that wallet to the game. And you have to do this before you can start playing. And this is often a huge barrier for people that aren't crypto natives. If you're already in the space, those things are easy enough. But if you're not in the space already, you're not familiar with DEXs and the wallets and the NFTs and transferring them around, then it can be really complicated, and it can act as a huge barrier that prevents a lot of people entering the space. So we saw that as an issue that we think that we can help solve. So we want to remove those barriers, and we're creating a play-to-earn game that is free to play. So anyone will be able to download our mobile app from the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store, They'll be able to download it to the device and start playing straight away. They don't need to connect a wallet. They don't need to buy any NFTs. There's no upfront costs. And they can start earning. Even if they haven't invested anything in our project, they can still play to earn. So
I'll jump in as well. Hey, Maddie.
yeah,
One of the things that I find really different about the Cosmic Champs project that is so attractive to me is that it's more than just the play to earn game as well. There's a whole kind of expanding metaverse that comes with it. So, it's going to not just be Cosmic Champs. There's other games that are going to be coming. There's other aspects, that touch on, the future of work and AR and cosmic fashion and also the creator economy that's sort of built into the long-term vision and the DAO and so forth. So it is on one hand it's beautifully simple. It's just a play to earn game on Algorand for mass adoption, to appeal to some of those 3 billion worldwide players of games, but it's also a new way of looking at the future. And the graphics, I think, are just so beautiful and bright and positive. Just looking at them kind of makes you happy. And I kind of feel like that is the outlook of Cosmic Champs. It's like, what's the most beautiful possible future that we can build, all here on the Algorand blockchain. And so that I think is quite unique about it.
Yeah, great. Hamish,
hello.
do you have any?
Sorry to step in here. Akasha, I think we're losing you on Discord.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, maybe Maddie, you can mute yourself on Discord. I think we're getting noise from somewhere. And could you please recap your answer for Discord also? And can we please try that again?
Yeah. So I've just checked my input device and my mic seems fine then. Can you hear me now on Discord okay? Is that coming through better?
It's still a bit shaky.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll speak louder and I'll speak straight into the mic. So my perspective was that's unique about Cosmic Champs. It's more than, it is a simply beautifully done play to earn game on Algorand that's for mass adoption, that's frictionless and easy and fun to play. But there's also a wider vision that comes along with it. And that it includes, the metaverse and the creator economy and the DAO and so forth. So it's about building a new kind of interactive future on Algorand for the community. But beyond that, the design of the graphics and so forth, they're there really embodying a very positive and creative state of mind. And I think that's an outlook that we all want to have about our future and the world, about how we can create a better future together. And so Cosmic Champs is kind of like a really good linchpin holding that together. And yeah, we really invite the community to come in now at this early stage and voice your opinions and take part.
Yeah, well, we've got an exciting announcement coming up as well. So everyone stay tuned. So Hamish, do you have anything to add to that at all?
I think what most appeals to me about it is, and Maddie sort of touched on it, is the easy onboarding. People can play the game without having to buy the NFTs at first, without having to worry about wallets or anything. And it's a great way with a fun game to get people into the wider metaverse that Akasha was talking about as well. And on top of that, unlike a lot of other play-to-earn games that end up being buy-to-earn games, with this one, you can still earn tokens without investing in the NFTs at first and use that to grow within the game. And yes, you'll get slightly more value out of owning the NFTs, but you can still be competitive without them in the first place as you're coming on board.
Yeah, great. That sounds awesome. So today's AMA is mainly about the announcement of your NFT drop coming up, just speaking about NFTs. So some of them will be whitelisted, I believe, and Tinyman community will have access to 50 spots. Manny, do you want to tell us more about the NFT drop? I think it's in 4 weeks, June. Is that right?
Yeah, we're aiming for the NFT drop to happen in about a month's time.
Yep.
And we'll have 8 champs and 2 different types of ships that'll be coming out, and there'll be a whole range of different skins that come with each of them. So if anyone here has read the white paper, they'll know that we're doing fractional NFTs, which means that there'll be multiples of some of the same types of NFTs. There'll be some that are completely unique, that there's only one of one, but there'll be some where there's 10 of the same design with the same stats, or maybe 100 of the same design with the same stats. And there's a couple of good reasons why we're doing that. And one is that there's no way to automate the production of 3D models for NFTs. So with 2D NFTs, it's really easy. You just make each of the 100 variations or 1,000 variations of each component. You can randomly stick them together, and that's an NFT, and that can be automated. But with 3D models, you just can't do that. There's manual labor that's involved to make sure that the characters or the models are rigged for movement within the game, because these are characters. They're going to be played within the game. The NFTs have real utility. They're not just a pretty picture. So you'll be able to put them in your wallet and then connect that to the game, and those characters, with the beautiful designs, will appear in the game and you'll play with them. So anyway, because of that manual work that's involved to rig them up for movement in the game, there's just no simple way to automate that process of producing them. So fractional NFTs is a really good solution that allows us to maintain really good looking characters and NFT designs and produce a range of characters that are unique, but not at such a huge number that it's impossible for us to keep up with demand. So that's one of the great reasons. We've got, we've got 10, so 8 champs, 2 ships, and there'll be about 1,500 NFTs in the first drop. So, compared to a lot of other NFT projects that are out there, it is a small number. And there'll be lots of benefits for people that decide to hold these NFTs. I don't think we're announcing what they are just yet, but stay tuned. One of the things is that it'll get you entry into the closed beta for the game. So people that own the NFTs, that have it sitting in one of their wallets, will be the first ones let into the beta of the game. But there's a whole range of other benefits that'll come from owning them as well.
Wow, I've got FOMO already. So can I just touch base? So you said there's champs and ships. Can you just give us a little bit of a description of how it works, and those things work in the game?
For sure. So the champs are the characters that you'll battle with. So, it's a tower rush strategy game. So there'll be you versus one other opponent, and they'll have up to 8 champs in their deck. You'll have the same, and you'll each have a base at the end of the arena. And the objective is to destroy the opponent's base with your champs. So you'll drop the champs into the arena, and you'll battle against their champs until one of you defeats the other. The ships, these are the spaceships that will transport your champs to the different planets where the arenas that you're battling are. So you need to have a ship to fly around, and your ship will turn into your base while you're doing battle. So they serve very different functions, important functions. And also one other cool thing about the ships is that while you're in battle, your ship will be mining the natural resources of the planet. And when you get enough of that resource, you'll be able to mint or create or build your own new spaceship from that.
Great. So how do people playing the game earn?
From winning battles. So it's a winner takes all situation.
Yep. And what do they win?
They'll win our play to earn token, which we haven't released yet. That'll come out when the game's released. So they'll win that. And we wanted to make sure that there was consistency in the rewards in the game. We saw with Axie that when the price of SLP went up and down, the amount of rewards also went up and down with it. And there were points where the rewards were so low that it wasn't really worth people's time playing because they weren't getting paid very much. So we're going to pay ours, make stable payments. So we'll just have a fixed amount in USD that will pay out in tokens for every battle win. So regardless of the token value, you'll still have the same amount in USD that you're paid.
Wow, that's a good incentive as well. So, Acacia, did you want to add anything to that discussion around how the game works and the benefits of having the NFTs and etc.?
I guess it might be helpful to touch on, and happy for you to contribute here, Maddie, like why why have NFTs in the game, like why they're there and what benefits of them that there are, in that, they do, the game will depend, like it's not just have an NFT and you'll win. It's not that simple. There is aspects of strategy and learning skill over time to it, but the NFTs do have certain characteristics about them that make them more like an advantage to have, and like more competitive when you're playing the game. So if you are wanting to play the game in a sense, to earn tokens within the game, then I would say that having the NFTs is definitely an advantage, although it's not conclusive. And at the same time, there's other benefits. There's going to be aspects around, scholarships and DeFi and stuff. So you'll be able to loan them, you'll be able to stake them. The NFTs are just a very helpful thing to have long term. And one of the other benefits, of course, being that as the other games in the Cosmic Champs ecosystem are released, you'll be able to take your Cosmic Champs NFTs into the metaverse with you.
Great, thanks, Acacia. So when we're talking about the launch coming up in 4 weeks, and we talked about how you guys were one thing that you valued about your token launch is making it fair. How are you going to make the NFT launch fair for the community?
So we're going to run a whitelist for the NFT drop. So we haven't launched it just yet, but we'll be launching it maybe today, very, very soon. It'll be this week for sure. So we'll have a whitelist. So anyone in our community, anyone in the Tinyman community, anyone in the Yieldly community will be able to join, will put their name down for a whitelist spot, and anyone who gets a whitelist spot.
All right.
I'm just waiting for Lisa. Yeah.
All right, we're back.
Yes. That was our interlude. So you can go and run and have a toilet break. We'll just give people a chance to find the new space link, I think. Just waiting for Acacia, I think. Well, while we're waiting for Acacia, we might just do a bit of a recap of what we've been talking about in the previous space, because we might have some more than likely, new listeners jumping on with us now. So we are in the process of launching NFTs for Cosmic Champs, and a partnership between Tinyman and Cosmic Champs. So the guys from Cosmic Champs are sharing all the exciting things that are coming up within their play to earn platform. And if you've got any questions, we've got Discord running, as well as Twitter Spaces, obviously. So we'll probably can jump in and start again. I'm seeing Acacia's there almost as a speaker. Acacia, are you going to request? There we go. It's all happening in the background there. Awesome. Welcome. Okay, so we might just jump into what we were talking about before our little dropout. And so I think we might actually recap Manny, do you want to recap about how you're keeping the NFT launch fair?
Yes. So, yeah, I was describing the whitelist. So we're going to have a whitelist for our community and the Tinyman community, and anyone who gets on the whitelist will have, a really great opportunity of getting into the first round of the NFT drop when that takes place. So anyone who's got a whitelisted wallet will, I think we're setting it at 4 NFTs they'll be able to purchase, and anyone who's not on the whitelist won't be able to participate in that round. So we're going to try to make it as fair as possible for our communities to make sure that those people that have been there from the beginning, from the early stages, have a really great opportunity of getting in, and we're going to have also a pretty fair price on the NFTs. They're not going to be really expensive. We really want to bring as many people on board that want to come on board with the NFT drop.
Great, thanks for explaining that, Manny. A theme that is coming up through what you guys are sharing is the fact that it is a great way to learn how to even just deal with general crypto, and potentially will be a process for onboarding the crypto curious community and expanding Algorand out further. Is that something that you are focusing on moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big part of the idea of pulling down those barriers that exist with a lot of the play to earn games that are out there at the moment. It's just making it really easy to onboard new people who are outside of Algorand and outside of crypto entirely. There's, as Akasha mentioned, there's 3 billion people in the gaming space, and those that are in the crypto space within gaming are a very, very, very tiny fraction of that. And so we want to tap into that broader gaming community, and we think the best way of doing that is breaking down those barriers to entry that make it challenging for people that aren't already in the crypto space to access these games.
Awesome. And with the NFTs, you were talking about earlier how the complication of having 3D NFT models and how you're working with fractional NFTs to start with. Where do you see, just in general, and if with Cosmic Champs too, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the track, what NFTs are going to look like?
Oh, that's a very difficult question.
I'm putting you on the spot here, Matt.
There's no agreed standard for NFTs on Algorand at the moment either. So that's a tricky one. There's no real set way of doing things or established way of doing things yet. So that's a really difficult question, and it's probably a better one for Simon, my co-founder, to answer. He is a game developer and a blockchain developer, so he's spent a lot more time pondering the technical side of NFTs. It's just not my area of expertise, but on a non-technical level, it's the things that Akasha mentioned earlier. It's the portability of NFTs. We think that NFTs with true utility, are going to be the NFTs of the future. And NFTs that can freely move between ecosystems and platforms are the ones that are going to have the most value. So we think that's the future of NFTs. This portability and just multi-uses. It's not just a pretty picture. It has some real-world function or application within an ecosystem, and it's connected to other ecosystems. So we're designing Cosmic Champs with that in mind. As Akasha mentioned, Cosmic Champs is the first game. If it's successful, we're going to build out the metaverse and create additional games. And those games will be designed with our Cosmic Champs NFTs in mind, so that they'll be transportable between them and that they'll have true functionality within those other games.
Fantastic. Yeah, portability will definitely be where you can create a unique NFT. So we might just jump into some questions from our Discord community. I've got one here from Algo Love. They said, I like that you are doing an AMA with community projects. I'm assuming they're talking to Tinyman here. Please continue to do so. I think Cosmic Champs website looks great, clear roadmap, and appear to be docked team. Sure are. I see game beta is in Q2. Do you have a specific date? Will there be a browser-based game? Let's answer those two questions first.
So it says Q2 on the roadmap for the release of the beta. So we're already almost halfway through Q2. So it'll be coming out at the end of Q2. I'm not going to set an exact date at this point in time, but it will be expected to come out at the end of Q2. And that'll be closed beta that any of our NFT holders will have first priority access to. And then after some testing and some feedback from the beta testers, we'll open it up and have an open beta.
Okay, Sha, you wanted to say something?
Oh, Maddie said it better than me. Just that, it'll be a closed beta, and it'll be for the NFT holders. And there'll be more information, of course, coming up on that on our Discord.
And what was the second part of the question, Akasha? I forgot. They had two questions there.
Oh, yeah.
About the beta, and the other was, I forget.
Will it be browser-based?
Oh, yes. It will be.
Not the first version, though. Like the beta version will be mobile. Yeah.
Our focus is mobile first, but we are developing a browser-based version of the game as well.
Yeah, cool. I might just circle back on how can people access or be on that whitelist?
I can answer that. So we do have a whitelist, and we don't have a huge amount of NFTs. So the whitelist isn't going to be very big. We do want to aim for as many people who are on the whitelist to have an opportunity to buy an NFT. But at the end of the day, there's an element of, the chances of life, and, you're probably going to have to be quick. So we are going to make sure, though, that the launch is as fair as possible. So we have a few different opportunities and ways. Just checking everyone can hear me, because I've been a bit daft and forgotten to unmute myself sometimes on Discord.
We can hear you.
There are, okay, thank the Lord. There are different ways that people can enter the whitelist. And most of all, we're aiming to reward really the people who are in our community and have been here a long time and have been very excited and engaged about it. So if you're in our community, you probably know that we have weekly challenges hosted by our community manager Opa. And so up till now, the prizes each week have been CosG, but for the month of May, and there'll be a launch, a blog coming out really soon that goes into more detail. But for the month of May, the prizes will be the opportunity to be on the whitelist. Of course, there'll be specific challenges that are part of May that will be different to the challenges that have been hosted before. We just had a really successful meme competition. In fact, there were the community voted on their favorite 4 from a shortlist of 8. The winners are on our Twitter. So we're really loving the community engagement so far. But there's also other ways to participate. So of course, there's 50 spots for the Tinyman community. So we'll have more details. Tinyman will release those, I'm assuming, on their channels about how to participate in that draw for those 50 spots. Our other main launch partners have been Yieldly, so they'll be receiving an allotment of spots as well. And then also there'll be opportunities available through participation in our Discord and also via joining our newsletter. Only a few spots for people who join our newsletter, but if you want to get in the running, it's available via our website, cosmicchamps.com. And of course, you'll have links available to join our Discord so that you're in there once the challenges start to run. It'll be happening either every day. We have to talk a bit more about whether we're going to run challenges every day to enter the whitelist for the NFTs on our Discord, or maybe a little bit less often. But at the challenges will mostly run between May 9, May 31, and at the end of that, so by the 1st of June, we will have the final whitelist of who's able to participate in the NFT drop.
Lots of different opportunities, and
yes,
I love that you're promoting action, practical ways that people can learn to play the game through your tasks.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, we really care about that. We really care about a community that's engaged and excited and creating. I mean, we're all about the creator economy. We see play to earn as not just being a an activity of consumption. It's an activity of creation. So we're really wanting to foster that community right from the get-go of people who are creators and excited by the idea of Cosmic Champs. So yeah, that's the people who we'd love to be holding our NFTs from the the Origin series.
Yeah, there you go. Spread the word. So to move on, Algo Love actually also is being has a question which I think everyone would be curious about. So do you have an example of the work of the ship, the design of the ships and the champs, the planets and treasure? And I know you mentioned this earlier, but it's a good chance to reiterate that one.
So I'll introduce and maybe Mayday can take over. But so we do have some sneak peeks of. So you got it. What needs to be understood is that the champs and ships being released are 3D. So what people see right now on any of our graphic designs, that is a window into the NFTs, but not the actual what the NFTs look like themselves. So there's 8 champs. They each have a different design, different characteristics, different characters. And then there's the 2 ships. Sorry, what was the question, Lisa? I've rambled and I've forgotten what the specific question was.
Oh, people are keen to see what the designs look like.
Oh, of course, the designs.
Champs,
yes,
etc.
Yes. So we will be releasing some of those soon. What you see on our social media, though, that is not the ships. There's 2 different types of ships being released. However, there's 156 variations of each ship. So, there's a lot of alpha, I guess, in terms of like getting the ship that, you most love and has the characteristics that you love. And then the character designs, yes. So if you want to see a little sneak peek of the character designs, you'll see the champs, in the stickers in our Telegram group, and in our social media, you'll see some of the champs on the designs. But yeah, just bearing in mind, those are just graphical representations and not what the NFTs are going to look like.
Okay, all right. So we're just getting little snippets to get us excited. Maddie, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, and people can see quite a few of the champs from the first season on our website. So I think there's 4 or 5 different characters that's on the website. So they will be some of the champs in the first season. So there'll be 8 in total. So I think there's 2 or 3 that we haven't really released anywhere yet. And we will show what they look like before the NFT drop, and we might even reveal a few of the different skins or a few of the unique designs that the NFT champs will have and ships will have ahead of time to get people excited. But for now, we're keeping those NFT designs tight, and we'll be dripping a little bit out as we get closer.
Yeah, okay. And they each have names, and they each have stories, and like everything behind them as well. So yeah, yes. That'll be coming out too.
And that's basically your role there, hey, Acacia, around building that narrative and that story.
Long time ago, I did a degree, would you believe, in creative writing, and I left it to go into the corporate world because I was like, who will ever pay me to write stories? And then it's like, oh my God, full circle. We're back into rewarding creators again. So it's beautiful.
Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely. So Algo Love's just got one more question, which I think is also really important. Wanting to understand the difference between your CosG and the PTE token that you'll launch in Q3.
Good question. The PTE token, this is our primary reward token within the game. So when players win battles, they'll get paid a small amount of the PTE token. That's called Cosmic Matter. And this will also be the token that fuels the in-game economy. So if you want to upgrade your champs, or you want to enter tournaments, or you want to purchase anything in the game store, that'll be done using that PTE token. So that one's really about the in-game economy. And the Cosmic Gold, this is our governance token. So this will be, incentivizing people in the community to be involved in the governance of the game. So we don't have that set up just yet, but we will be transitioning to a DAO next year. and that'll shift that power and control into the hands of the players and the people in the community that hold the token. Up until that point, holding CosG will still offer lots of benefits. At the moment, there's staking rewards. When the NFTs come out, they'll get you access to the NFT drop. And when the game launches, you will also earn some CosG in the game. It's just going to be a much smaller amount than the play-to-earn token Cosmic Matter. So it is a secondary play-to-earn token, because we wanted to make sure that the players of the game also held the governance token, so that when we do transition to the DAO, that the players will also have a say in the decision making of the game.
It sounds like that's a really smart way to make it fair as well, as part of that game system that you're setting up the community.
Yeah, for sure. We think that the players of our game are going to be the experts in the game, and they should have a say in the future of the game and the mechanics of the game and the development of the game. So we think it's a really cool way of empowering the players to be really active in the future of the game.
Great. All right. So we've got 10 minutes left, so we'll try and get it through as many questions as possible. If we miss your question, I'm sure the guys will jump into Discord after this and follow up with the answers. All right. So we have a question from Ted23250. Will there be an NFT collaboration between Tinyman and Cosmic Champs in the near future? I think we've got a positive answer for that one.
We refuse to answer that sort of question. We will not answer that. Next question, please. I don't know. Interesting question. I guess Tinyman might have to make an announcement about that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And why did Cosmic Champs choose Algorand to build the product?
Oh, there's lots of great reasons why Algorand. We think it's the blockchain is set up in a way that's really well suited to play to earn games. That's fast transactions. It's really secure. It's scalable. And the transactions are really low cost, and they will always be really low cost. If the market cap of Algo skyrockets, the cost of transactions will still only be cents, right? So that we're not going to have the problem that occurred for Ethereum, where the gas fees just became so exorbitant that it became impossible for play to earn games to function on layer one of Algo. Just because a game like a play to earn game has thousands of transactions happening all the time. They're microtransactions. So you need to have that speed, that scalability, and that low cost of transactions on chain. And also, there's some really unique features of Algorand that make it appealing. And one of them is that we can automatically assign a wallet to someone who downloads the app onto their mobile device, and you can't do that very easily on other chains. So we can create a wallet for them automatically, and the play to earn rewards that they accumulate while playing without having set up their own wallet will flow into that wallet automatically, and they can then claim that wallet at some point in the future if they decide to. So they don't need to do anything, and they'll start earning those on-chain rewards, and they can claim them at any time in the future. And that's a really cool and unique feature of Algorand that makes it super appealing for us.
Okay, so you said that it'll automatically create a wallet. Will that be part of the app? Is there, for a user experience, how will that work?
For the user, it won't involve any crypto knowledge or any additional steps. They'll download the app, and in the back end, we'll automatically create this wallet for them if they don't connect their own wallet. And that just means that they can participate in the on-chain rewards without even knowing that they're participating. And we'll have a little display that shows the rewards that they've collected into that wallet within the app, so they can see it going up. And I'm sure at some point, if the rewards get high enough, they'll think, how do I access those rewards? I need to look into that, and I need to get them. So it won't involve anything. There'll be no additional steps on their behalf to do that. It'll all be automated. So again, it goes back to this idea of breaking down those barriers to entry and making it a really seamless onboarding process for users.
There's another benefit too that goes to the fairness side of things. So we're really excited to be able to offer really an in-game experience that's as fair as possible. And in future, there are going to be planet NFTs, and planets are a very sort of rare commodity, really, in the Cosmic Champs universe. You'll find out more why once the lore of the game starts to come out. But the fractional NFT capacities of Algorand are really attractive from that perspective, because you can have then planets that are a main earning sort of capacity of the game. They don't have to just be owned by one wallet, in the sense that they can be either managed by guilds or DAOs or the community, or so forth. So it's a long-term perspective as well taken there in the fractional NFTs. That's very attractive to provide a fair experience for the whole kind of play to earn gaming community.
Thanks, Acacia. All right, so we have just over 5 minutes left. We have a question here from Air Pyro. Will the game be a mobile game, and is it similar to Clash Royale?
The answer to both is yes. It will be a mobile-first game, and the style of gameplay is similar to Clash Royale. I love Clash Royale. I've been playing it for years. Lots of people in our team have played it and enjoy that game as well. It is one of the most successful free-to-play games. So it's a style of gameplay that we know people love, and so yeah, it is probably, of all the free-to-play games out there, it is probably the game that is most similar in gameplay style to ours. But there'll be lots of unique features of ours. We're not just reskinning or cloning Clash Royale. We're building our own game that is unique from Clash Royale.
Great. The next question we have is from Q2EV. Will there be at least one screenshot of the game, or actually any screenshot of something before NFTs are released, just to give some confidence in buying the NFTs?
Absolutely. This is something that's come up a lot in our community. People want to see, I guess, proof that we have a game, that we have a working product, and they also want to see what the game looks like, because it's one thing describing the game and showing some, 2D stills of the environment that people will play in, and it's another thing entirely showing footage of the game being played. So the answer is yes, we will be releasing gameplay footage before the NFT drop. We're in the process of preparing the footage now, so keep an eye on announcements. It'll come out, I'd say it'll come out closer to the NFT drop than this point in time. So it'll probably be, I guess in the week leading up to the NFT drop, that we'll release that gameplay footage.
Looking forward to seeing that. Okay, the next question is RJN. At present, the integration of metaverse and DeFi games is a major development trend. Many games of this type have been released. What can Cosmic Champs rely on to win the competition of many types of games? I'd say.
I'd say it's breaking down the barriers to entry. Most of the blockchain games, actually all of the blockchain games that I'm aware of, require an investment in NFTs, connecting a wallet. So you already have to be in the crypto space to gain easy access to these games. And most people aren't used, in the free-to-play space, people aren't used to spending money on mobile games before they start playing. So these are huge barriers to entry. So for us, the key to winning, as the question put it, is breaking down those barriers and unlocking the broader gaming community, not just the crypto gaming community. So there's about 3 billion gamers in the world, and I would imagine that the crypto portion of that is tiny. We're probably talking, I guess Axie's been really, really successful. So we're probably talking millions of players, whereas there's 3 billion players in the world in free-to-play games. So it's accessing that much greater pie that is going to be the key to success.
This actually is a question from my own perspective around how we can start controlling our own data and using I suppose, empowering ourselves with that. And the free-to-play games, they use that data, don't they? So it's about potentially educating audiences about why they're free-to-play versus play-to-earn games. Do you think that will be key to success as well?
I think all games use data. That's an important part of refining a game. Games are always rebalancing to make sure that no component is too overpowered or underpowered. So, the data analytics is a really important part of refining and improving the gameplay experience for the user. What the free-to-play games often rely on is advertising for their revenue. So if you download a free game from the App Store, you'll often play 1 or 2 games before you'll see a couple of ads appear, and you'll have to wait those ads out before you can keep playing again. So we're not following that model. As I said, it is going to be free to play, but we are not going to have any ads within our game. So there'll be, a really fun, seamless user experience that won't be interrupted by annoying ads that pop up. But we won't be selling people's data either. To get to your question, all data collected in the game will be kept internally and will be only used to enhance the experience of players. There'll be no data harvesting and selling it off to other parties at all. We'll have a really rigorous privacy policy that protects the data of the players and the people that opt into the game.
Great. Awesome. So just to wrap up, Maddie, do you have anything you wanted to add that we might not have got to?
Nothing from me, but I think Akasha might. So I'll pass it over to Akasha if she wants to reveal anything else or touch on something that wasn't talked about.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've been thrown in the fire pan here. Look, we will be having news that goes. Look, if you want to learn more about the categories of NFTs, basically, and their functionality, we do have a blog up right now on our Medium. You'll find that link, I'm guessing, from our website. I'm guessing our website has a blog link. And then, or just come to our community and, you'll find it, or you'll see it on Twitter. And then the other thing is that we will be launching the official news either today or tomorrow about the NFT whitelist and how it will operate. But I guess the main thing is, like the next few weeks, we will be featuring each of the champs' characters and the lore and the stories. So watch out for that. And join the Discord for your main opportunity to join the whitelist. And we're really excited with this partnership with Tinyman. It's like there was a really great meme actually in the meme competition. I think it was like it didn't end up being winning, but it was one of my personal favorites, and it was like it was like one tiny step for Tinyman or one giant leap for Cosmic Champs, whatever it was cute. So I think that we have lots of potential for collaboration in the future. So there'll be lots of news coming about that, and watch the Tinyman socials to find out about how to participate in the Tinyman slots for the whitelist.
Great. Thanks, Akasha. So I do believe there is a recording of this AMA. So if you only caught the second half, that will be available. And just to stay connected to all the socials, I also want to send a big shout out to Ekin who's one of the Tinies who hosted today's event and made it possible. So thank you. Ekin, I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but if you wanted to add anything, you're welcome to.
Thank you very much, Lisa, and thank you very much, Cosmic Champs team. It was a great AMA. I guess we had some couple of rough minutes over there in the middle, but I think we solved it, and everybody's happy. I think we didn't get to all questions, but I talked to the Cosmic Champs team, and they will make sure that we will answer them after the AMA session. So thank you very much, guys, again.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. It was a real pleasure.
Great. And also just a reminder for anyone who hasn't come across Cosmic Champs, you can head to their website for more information, which is cosmicchamps.com.
Yay!
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you to everyone
Lisa.
for joining.